Applying for financial aid for the first time can seem like an overwhelming process, but we've tried to make it as easy as possible by requiring only one form, and that form is the free application for federal student aid called the FAFSA for short. You can find this form at www.studentaid.gov. When the FAFSA is completed, it goes to the federal government, and then two things happen after that. The government sends a copy back to you and one to us. If you've applied online, then you'll receive your copy online as well. This is your opportunity to review the FAFSA and make sure that everything you put on it is accurate, as well as receive some initial feedback from the government about your application. After we receive your FAFSA, it's possible that we may need to collect additional information from you to verify some of the answers and correct any errors that may be found on the application. If that happens, we'll send the student a verification request with instructions on how to proceed so we can clean up the FAFSA, so to speak. This will need to be completed before a financial aid award package can be developed. One of the main reasons you complete the FAFSA is to get an expected family contribution, or EFC number. That number is a direct result of the information you put on the application. In short, it's the amount of money the federal government believes the student and their family can pay towards educational expenses for the award year. Now we take the EFC number and we subtract that from the cost of attendance, which is what we estimate it will cost a student to attend JMU for the year, and the difference is the student's financial need. And that's when we start making financial aid awards. Now, at this point, we start looking at awarding aid to fill in the need as best we can. We always look at giving students grant dollars first. Then we go to the subsidized direct loan program and the work study program. These are all the need-based financial aid programs. If the student doesn't have any financial need, or we've given all the need-based aid we can, and there's still a gap in having enough aid to cover the anticipated costs, then we'll look at awarding an unsubsidized direct loan to the student, or a federal Parent Plus direct loan to the student's parents. Students will be notified of their eligibility through the electronic financial aid offer process. The email they receive in this process will direct them to My Madison, which is where they will reply to the offer. Now, one of the main questions we receive is, what's the difference between a subsidized and an unsubsidized direct loan? Well, for a subsidized loan, it simply means that no interest is being charged to the student while they are in qualified periods of deferment. In most cases, this means a student will not be paying any interest or responsible for the interest, as well as the principal of the loan until after graduation. For an unsubsidized loan, the interest is accruing in the name of the student while they are in school. Now, the student has a choice to make at this point. The first option is to make interest-only payments while in school, while the second is to have the interest added to the loan during school. The later option will be more expensive, as it means students will be paying interest on top of interest once repayment begins. We will always start by giving the student as much subsidized direct loan money as possible before going to the unsubsidized loan. Student employment is another way to help pay for college, and we have three main options for students. The first is federal work study, which is a need-based financial aid program. Next is institutional employment, which has nothing to do with financial aid or the FAFSA. It's just like a part-time job anywhere else, just so happens it's on campus. Now, there are anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 students working on campus during any given year. And the third option is off-campus employment in the local community. If you go to the financial aid website, you can find out more about each of these employment programs. For new students, the majority of scholarships are awarded through the admissions process and academic departments. Students desiring to maximize their consideration for scholarships should complete the general application in the Madison Scholarships Hub, which can be accessed through your My Madison account. You can find out more about scholarships at JMU by going to the scholarships section of our website. Speaking of websites, the best place to go for information about financial aid is our website. There's a wealth of information on the site, including several short videos, which can help explain some of the more common financial aid questions that we receive.